Greetings to you all, my people, and welcome to another episode of Damole News. Alright, my people, so Tinubu has issued ultimatum to Fubara and Wike to settle disputes or face consequences. And also, a senior advocate of Nigeria, Falana, has issued stern warning to Fubara. According to him, he said, the governor cannot tell the Rivers State Assembly members where to sit. Alright, so before we continue, please help us to subscribe to this YouTube channel, like and share this video so that YouTube and Facebook can recommend it to more people. Thank you. So, President Tinubu has issued a stern warning that he won't tolerate the escalating feud between Rivers State Governor Fubara and his predecessor Wike, threatening to destabilize the state, vowing to end the conflict if they don't resolve it democratically. Bola Tinubu, who has asserted his neutrality in the ongoing political turmoil in Rivers State, clarifying that he will not favour either Governor Fubara or his predecessor Wike, who is now the FCT minister. Despite Tinubu's effort to broker peace, the feud persists with a recent court order aggravating tensions. So, Ajuri Ngelale, the president's special advisor on media and publicity, emphasized that Tinubu will not take sides, urging all stakeholders to cooperate for the benefit of Rivers citizens. Despite a previous peace accord facilitated by Tinubu, hostilities resumed shortly after, signaling the complexity and intensity of the rift. The recent court injunction restraining lawmakers aligned with Wike for participating in state assembly affairs further escalated tensions. Ngelale reiterated the president's commitment to ensuring that the Rivers State government operates smoothly for the welfare of its people. Meanwhile, a senior advocate of Nigeria, Falana, has alleged that the governor of Rivers State, Fubara, lacks the authority to dictate where members of the Rivers State House of Assembly will sit to perform their duties. He stated that the governor might have issued the executive order that the lawmakers should move to the government house prior to the intervention of High Court in Rivers State. He argued that in other precedents set by the Supreme Court, any assembly proceedings held outside the designated assembly complex would not be legally recognized. Alright, I'm going to let you guys listen to Falana and I'll be right back.
Frankly speaking, I would like to assume that the governor issued that executive order before the intervention of the High Court in Rivers State. The House is independent of the executive. So we prefer respect the governor cannot tell the House where to sit. This was very clear in the case of, the Oyo State case, which led to the impeachment of Governor Ladoja, whereby under the influence of the late Chief Lamidi Adedibu, the House was alleged to have sat in a hotel. And the Supreme Court made the point abundantly clear that an impeachment carried out in a hotel is alien to Section 188 of the Constitution. So, any sitting of the House outside the principle of the House of Assembly complex will not be known to law, will not be recognized by law. So there is a House of Assembly complex in Rivers State today. If there is going to be a sitting elsewhere, maybe because of renovation or some other problem, or if the House, assuming the House is flooded, the members of the legislature, the members of the House of Assembly, properly constituted, will have to decide where to carry out their constitutional duty. I mean, for instance, the House of Assembly cannot pass a resolution directing the executive where to hold meetings, or directing a court or the chief judge of the state where the judges should sit. So there is separation of powers under the Constitution, and this organ of the government must recognize its own powers and limitations as it is today, unless there is evidence. Maybe the House has become defective, and the House of Assembly will have to sit elsewhere and the executive has information to that effect, the information will have to be passed to the House, properly constituted, to now decide, for the members to decide where to sit. But the position of the law is very clear on the sittings of the House, the proceedings of the House, where to hold the proceedings of the House. So in this case, I mean, just like you have said, I think it's important for the gladiators in Rivers State to appreciate the need to take up governance very seriously, settle their political scores, and allow governance to resume in
Rivers State. But there are those who say, oh, as a father, a political father, he wanted peace. Give us an understanding. Was the president legally wrong, but politically right? Is that the case?
I think the president intervened at the instance of Senate in Rivers State, involved in the crisis. It's not backed by any provision of the Constitution, mind you. It's an extra legal measure towards the restoration of law and order in that state. But if those who are involved turn around to say we are unable to comply with the resolution signed in the villa, of course there's nothing the president can do about that. The president can only wish them well. And since they have now taken their battle to the court of law, we just have to follow through and allow the law to take its course. That is what the rule of law is about under a democratic dispensation. There's no provision for any grandstanding outside the provisions of the law. And that point has to be made abundantly clear to all the people who are involved in the crisis in Rivers State. But at the end of the day, the people must be at the center of governance. And you know, it's a bit difficult to really speak authoritatively on this now, because this battle is based on ideological differences, as was the case in the Second Republic, whereby, you had Governor Abubakar of Kano State and Balado Musa of Kaduna State, with who disagree fundamentally with the leadership of the PRP. It was based on the implementation of their program and the alliance between their leader and the MPN, the ruling party. He said, no, we're not going to have anything to do with MPN. We want to meet with our colleagues in the Progressive Governors Forum. The matter went to court. And the court said, the Lagos High Court said, yes, you can associate with your colleagues, but you are members of the political party. So you also have to appreciate the need to kowtow to the leadership of your party. Ultimately, both of them were fired by their party, and they had to contest under different political parties, in 1983. So but this one is not about ideology in terms of difference. There's not an ideological difference. So people of the same political camp must know how to resolve their crisis in a way that the provisions of the Constitution are made to apply. If you depend, you cannot remain in the house. That is the law. It is very clear. If you are going to impeach a governor, you must also familiarize yourself with several cases. Governor Landoja's case, Governor Peter Obi's case, Nyako case, and so on and so forth. So the law is very clear of Governor Dariye. How do you impeach a governor? You must be members of the House. Recognize, and if you have lost your seat, because impeachment is so important, it requires 2/3 majority of the entire state. So the Supreme Court made that point in Dariye's case. Now, if you are going to impeach the governor, the House must be properly constituted. If there are vacancies, there must be fresh elections.
So my people, that is it for you all. I saw this news and I decided to share it with you guys. So please let me know your opinion in the comment section. And please help us to like and share this video so that YouTube and Facebook can recommend it to more people. Thank you so much for your time and God bless you. Amen.